Hey guys, welcome back to the course. Dan here from Your Guitar Academy, and in this lesson we're going to be learning the first lick, and we're going to be really taking a massive detailed look at how B.B.King uses his technique, his vibrato, his really subtle bending to create something beautiful and melodic. So get your guitars out and get ready. So if you've just joined us, don't forget that you can get all of the lesson write-ups, the interactive tab and the scale diagrams over on our website, and we'll post the links in the video and in the description below. Also, please do like and subscribe to the video, as well as leave us a comment below. It massively helps us spread the word about these courses. Finally, if you're on Instagram and want to share your progress by posting some videos of you playing these tracks, then please do tag us at Your Guitar Academy. We can't wait to see how you're getting on with them. Right, so the lick sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now that is a lot going on in one lick, and it's getting a lot out of basically just a couple of pentatonic notes. Okay, so let's just go through it bit by bit. So we're starting here with this bit here, okay? Now, basically what I'm doing here, remember to remind yourself of your pentatonic boxes. So I'm in shape 1, right there. Okay, so I'm in shape 1, I'm on the 7th fret of the high E string, okay? And then I'm gonna be jumping over to the other root note, so in the pentatonic box 2, the root note on the 12th fret of the B string, okay? Now this is subtle, because you could have essentially just gone like this. And there are many times where B.B.King would have done that. But in this instance, I want to kind of show you, give you an insight as to how these subtle things can make a massive difference, okay? So we hit that first root note on the high part of the pentatonic box 1, and also I'd give it a little bit of a rake. So if you've never done that before, just all I'm doing is I'm kind of making sure some of the strings are blocked with my left hand, but fundamentally just palm muting it with my right, so that I can just do that sound. Okay, so I'm literally just going through my palm mute, as it were. And then when I get to the high note there, I release that mute so that I get a really clear sounding note. B.B.King uses that a lot, that kind of rake. Okay, so just have a little go with that. And then I jump over to that 12th fret. Now, I hit the first note hard, and I hit the second note soft. And that is something which is a huge part of this whole thing, this dynamic change. Okay, so going from this big heavy hit to this subtle little sound here. Notice again, vibrato-wise, I'm hitting that pretty hard, and with the vibrato, I'm just wobbling that finger. Okay, so I'm kind of going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. My thumb is kind of gripped there to make sure that I get a nice solid sound. And then over here, same hand position for the vibrato, that thumb over the top, but now I've got my third finger on it, so I'm using my first and second finger to just wobble that note, okay? Okay, and on this string, on the B string, I would recommend starting by going down and then come back up and down like that. Just the name of the game with vibrato is evenness. So if you do it slow, just make sure it's even. Down, up, or up, down, okay? So there's our first little part of the lick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, okay? Now at that point, we do this bit. Okay, such a cool sound, all right? So we're in that pentatonic box at the top here, which is often known as the BB box. So it's just that, the top part of that pentatonic box 2. There's box 2, it's just that top bit of it, which is really commonly known as the BB box, because he loves these 5 notes up here, okay? And we're gonna start on the root note, 12th fret. Then I'm gonna take the 10th fret and just give it a little bend there, okay? Now, as B.B.King would often say, it depends how much time he's got as to how much you bend that. So it can either just be a half bend, a simple half bend, up to there, Or what I tend to do more often is a quarter bend, which is a blues curl, a kind of a bend that goes up but doesn't actually reach another note. Okay, so what I mean by that is we bend it up like this. As soon as we start to hear that note change, it doesn't have to change to there, it just needs to change. You see how that started to change? I'm then just going to stop it dead. Okay, and that means my right hand just rests the plectrum on the string. Okay, and that gives us a little bit of a bluesy curl, a bit of like a question mark sound. Okay, so in this instance, you can do one or the other. You can kind of go, okay, and do the quarter bend, or right up to the half bend. Okay, see what you think sounds best. B.B. King will definitely go in between the two. Okay. Now from there, you need to come to that 12th fret. Now the tricky bit here is going from that bend to just the 12th fret. Not bent, because you're right up there, and that needs to come down silently, absolutely silently. So we don't want to hear that. The string needs to come back to position, ready for that 12th fret. So it's intricate. It might seem simple, but it's very intricate. Okay? Then when I'm here on the 12th fret, I'm going to bend that up now. Okay? So that goes up. Now, this is the really interesting bit here. Okay? You don't really hear the bend go up so much, okay? Okay? Really, you just want to bend it silently and then hear the note. And I'm bending up a whole string, okay? A whole 2 frets. Okay, and then I'm going to come back down again silently, okay? So really slowly, that bit. And then I'm going to come back to the 10th fret, okay? And that's got a little quarter bend on it again. There's so many bends in such a little amount of time. This is why you've got to go through this in such detail. Back to the 12th fret. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate back to the 12th fret root note, okay, B string. And then I'm going to hold on to that with a lot of vibrato. And then I'm just going to hit that first finger on a little quarter bend again, okay? So nice and slowly. Okay, and then with the previous bit, 3, 4, 1. So if you did that without the bends, it will sound something like this. And with the bends, now which has got more flavour? That's what B.B. King's all about, guys. That just subtle, every note counts, because at the end of the day, he's not, I mean, in his early days, he was actually really fast in his fingers, but gradually, he kind of did less and less of that and focused more on how he made every single note sound. How good can you get every single note? How bluesy can you get every single note? And that's why it sounds so good. So if we try and do that with a drum beat, just to really get that nice and clear, it will sound like this. 3 and 4 and 3, 4, 1. And let's just slow that down a little bit. So that's 70 BPM. Let's go to 60 BPM and give it a try. 4, 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Okay, so there we have it. Try to get that first lick together. Remember always to attribute it to the pentatonic shape that you're in. So a little good test to do for yourself is once you've finished with that lick, try and just run down the pentatonic shape and maybe even try to find the root note as you're doing that, so you kind of resolve everything there. Okay, so thanks again for watching. When you're ready, please do click the link here to go through to the next video in the course, or alternatively start from the beginning of the course with our playlist right here. And please do comment with any feedback or any questions you have. We'll make sure to answer as many of them as we can. I'll see you next time.